Tonight, Denise is going to talk on tips to thrive, 5 self-care techniques to help you go beyond surviving to thriving through the holiday season. And we are recording this, but don't worry, it's in speaker mode. So the only person we'll be seeing until Q&A is Denise. Welcome, Denise.
Thank you, Gwen. I love the introduction. Does my heart good to be here, and I hope that what I am going to say brings some value to you, everyone that is on here who might listen to it later. I'm going to go ahead and start with my 5 tips, and then I'll dive into them each individually. I don't know if everybody heard, but a glass of water or something to drink would be great, because in between things that we do, I always encourage people to take a sip of water. It helps us to process things. It helps our body's electrical system to support the work we're doing. So the 5 tips to thrive are: number 1, my number 1 is to use therapeutic grade essential oils in, on, and around your body. My second tip is going to be EFT tapping, and we're going to do a little demo about that. Tapping is a form of needleless acupuncture where we gently stimulate points on our meridian system to calm our body and calm our nervous system. Tip number 3 is to use conscious language with ourselves and then with others, and that can include prayer and affirmation. And tip number 4 is breath work. We need to breathe, and we need to breathe properly so that we can get the oxygen going to all areas of our body. It helps with us processing our mind, body, spirit, emotions, helps us detox, so many good things. And number 5 would be meditate. And meditate doesn't have to be something that we're going to sit around and go om all day, though there's nothing wrong with that. I do guided meditations, and I'm going to do a real fun one, I think, with you guys tonight. One that I had recorded, but I'm going to do live with you, called DNA Repair. So without further ado, I'll tell you why I created these type of classes. Because when I turned 55, I lost my mom, and she was my last living relative. So I became the oldest living member of my family when I was 55. And it was right then that I decided that I was not only going to learn every good thing, but I was going to do every good thing for myself so that my daughter wouldn't be telling a similar story when she would be 55. The thing I learned through all of the caretaking that I did was more and more of what it takes to shift into feeling vibrant and alive and grateful. And that's what I want to share with you today, that whole Change Your Frequency, Change Your Life program. Because everything we do, everything we know, everything we see, we taste, all creation is just frequency. It's energy. And so I want to share with you a few self-care techniques that I just talked about, and hope that they will be of value, that you will be able to do them on your own during the holiday season and beyond, because they help me. They help me become an intentional creator. And that's what I think we're all being called to do, especially in this 2020 year of the pandemic, is that we need to create a vibrant internal life that supports our external life. So as I said, my first choice for all the baseline of work I do is essential oils. And I picked frankincense tonight to work with. And if you happen to have your essential oils with you, it was in the description. If you do not, that's okay. If you need oils, let me be your girl. But you would take an oil, and I'm going to suggest that we simply inhale, but you start down here and you swirl your bottle and you bring it up towards your nose. And this enables you to get all the notes, the high notes and the low notes. And interesting thing about essential oils and our olfactory system, which is a fancy name for how we breathe, our nose, when we breathe in essential oils, they immediately enter our bloodstream through our olfactory system. And essential oils are incredible because they're one of the few things on the planet that the molecules have the ability to pass our blood-brain barrier, which means that it can immediately affect our mood, our emotions, even our sleep, like our pineal gland, our amygdala, where we store our memories. I'm sure you have experienced walking in somewhere and there was a scent that took you back to maybe your grandmother's house, or a time, one of the oils I brought tonight was cinnamon. Cinnamon to me is one of those oils that is warm and cozy, or vanilla oil, that when I smell it, I think of gathering, I think of cooking, and I think of comfort. And they're very good things to diffuse. Right back here, this is a diffuser, and it is the #1 recommended way to use your essential oils, because cold diffusion breaks up the molecules. So not only are you helping yourself, you're changing the actual energy in your home, your business, wherever you are. So one of the things I want to say is, if we do sniff our tree oil, if you happen to have one, and I pick tree oils for the holidays because tree oils, I always think of how those roots go down deep into the ground to pull up all those nutrients of this earth. And then breathing it in, we breathe it in just like the tree takes those nutrients in. We breathe that into our own trunk, and then feel the branches that have extended up and the energy that those branches pull down from the ethers, that divine energy. And I like to think of it as meeting right in the middle in our heart. So if you want to just experience that, taking a deep breath in, and choosing to feel that sense of grounding and purpose. Frankincense also for me is immediate calm. For me, it's an oil of reverence. It's very good to boost the immune system. If you do put it on your body, I always suggest diluting essential oils before you put them on your body. This happens to be a mix of carrier oils. If you have coconut oil or olive oil, works just as well. Be especially careful if you're using an oil like cinnamon. Cinnamon is skin sensitive. It's a hot oil, they call it. So if you have any questions about oils, either I put my number and my email and everything in the chat. I love to discuss essential oils because they are beneficial for mind, body, spirit, for our homes, for our communities, on and on and on. Okay, I'm going to move into tapping from that because I realize I only have 30 minutes to talk here. And tapping is EFT, and we're just going to do a quick demonstration. And I do a Tapping Tuesdays, which you can find on Spiritual Communities Network if you look under my name. But I'm not going to go through all the points tonight for time. I'm going to say, if you tap gently right here on your sternum, this will be interactive. This part of your body where your sternum is the center point. All the meridians of your body, the energy centers of your body, run through here. You're also covering your thymus. And I learned many years ago from my chiropractor that when you gently tap on your thymus, you actually can, it strengthens your immune system. It stimulates your thymus to strengthen your immune system. So gently, gently tapping. Realize that our bodies are incredibly sensitive. We don't need to be rough with it. This is a mind, energy, physical connection here. Okay, and so let's just take a moment. You can close your eyes or you can keep them open. And we're going to allow our body and spirit to release anything that comes to mind that might be keeping us stressed or not at ease. So you have your hand on your chest, and we're going to be actively, gently tapping. And you can repeat after me aloud or to yourself. And please feel free to change the words, exchange my words for your own. The goal is to personalize this so you can clear out anything that's keeping you from living your greatest life. So take a few moments and go inward, gently tapping. Ask yourself, what would you like to clear today? Know that you are in a totally safe and protected space, and that all things are aligned with the divine to help you clear that which you are bringing to mind. That which you see in your mind's eye at a safe and protected distance, this thing that you would like to clear. Gently tapping, I now invite you to repeat after me and insert your own words where appropriate. Even though I've had this stress in my life today, I acknowledge the need to let it go. Even though I am experiencing this stress, I allow myself to bring it forward to release. Even though these things have happened to me and I am hurting because of it, I know it is safe to bring it up for release and healing. This pain, this hurt, this memory, it feels so real and I ache from this experience. I feel the need to move on. I feel the need to release this from my body. Is this possible? I want to release this from my body. As I breathe in and out, I tune in to a gentle shift in my body as I allow myself to move in the direction of release. Gently tapping. Even though I've had this stress in my life, I believe in the possibility of healing. This stress, this pain, this hurt, this trauma, I see it in my body. I feel it in my emotions. I sense it in my mind. It has served me and protected me. I see that now, and I thank it for protecting me from further harm. That was its lesson, and I have learned it. I am now ready to release it. I send it love. I infuse it with divine light. I see that light entering my stress. I see that light entering my pain. I see that light entering my hurt. I see that light surrounding and infusing my trauma. And for this, I give thanks. And I am grateful as I shift and release on deeper and deeper levels. As I feel the warmth of my hand upon my chest, I accept and allow another greater shift of release. And I breathe deeply and infuse myself with light. I infuse all those places where I have released this hurt and trauma from my body, my emotions, and my mind. And I breathe deeply as this light shifts me into the next greatest version of the I am that I am. Okay. So now is when I suggest everybody might want to just take a little sip of water or whatever you might have to drink with you. And just allow, when you take that sip of water, to feel it go down through your system and work with your electrical system to bring yourself back to the present, but also allowing those shifts to take place. Okay. So that is a little experience of tapping. And I want to bring that around to awareness of our conscious language. That's my tip number 3. And that is prayer and affirmation work, which I sometimes refer to as active meditation, like our day-to-day, we're in activity. And I think it's really important that we begin to tune in and hear what we say, first of all, to ourselves, not even to others yet, but how we talk to ourselves, even when we talk in our mind. Because I had this thought that if I said half the things that my thoughts say to me, if I said them to you, would you still be my friend? You know, how I talk to myself sometimes, if I drop something or miss a date, or how do I tell myself, oh, I can't believe you're that stupid, or you're so clumsy. These are things I hear not only myself say, but people in my own household. I used to hear my mom talk like that, and I would be like, Mom, if I talked like that to you, you would be so upset with me. Don't talk to yourself that way. So what the important thing is to differentiate between I am and I feel. Because when I say I am clumsy, that's not my truth. I am this divine being. I might feel clumsy, or I might feel stupid in a situation, or I might feel awkward, but it's not who I am. And when we get back to saying those kind of things where we can differentiate between our feelings and who we are, that's where prayer and affirmation work come in, because I am a divine being of light. I am seeing you, everyone here, the truth of you. I see your I am presence. I might feel nervous. I might feel unaccepted, but it's not who I am. And when we sit back and we think about how we talk to ourselves and how we're talking to ourselves, especially in 2020, that is key, I think, to helping us come together, not only for ourselves in our community and our households, but to make the world a better place by being very conscious about speaking deliberately and speaking consciously. So when you think about what you say, you say, I am, and you fill in the blank. I am joyful, or I am whatever it is. Be careful that you're not using your feelings. I am sad. You might feel sad, but it's not who you are. So what I suggest is that what I did is I keep a little notebook, and when I have a persistent thought that I hear myself repeating, I write it down. And then I go back and I do tip number 2. I tap through it, where I might say, even though I feel sad, I realize that's not who I am, or even though I feel angry, not I am angry, because you are not anger. You feel anger. And we might feel angry about the things we see going on. And the other thing I really want to point out, I'm trying to watch my time, is don't fill your head with other people's thoughts either. So be aware of how much you're consuming other people's thoughts rather than sitting in who you are. And that includes social media and the news, all of that. Make sure you turn it off and take some time and just sit with who you are. Okay, tip 4, breath work. I'm going to do something I call 5-5-5 breath work. Try to practice this at least once a day, and it's so easy. Just put your hand up. I've done this before. And you just go along, and you're going to breathe in to 5, hold for 5, breathe out for 5, and we'll repeat it. So it's 5 breaths because there's 5 fingers. So breathe in for 5, hold, and out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, and out. Breathing is so important. So try to practice that, and I'm going to move right on because I've got 5 minutes left to a meditation. And meditation is important, but it doesn't have to take all day, and it doesn't have to be quiet. I, again, am a recorded meditation artist, and this is one of the ones that I have on. You can also use white noise if you feel like you can't quiet your mind. But I thought this would be perfect for going into the holidays because this is a meditation I have recorded on my CD, and it's called DNA Repair and Alignment. And this is my gift to you for the holidays, whether you're celebrating Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Festival of Lights, Yule, everything. Okay, here we go. Welcome to this very special meditation on healing and aligning your DNA. I invite you to sit or lie down in a comfortable position as you begin. This is 528 hertz, known as the miracle frequency. Feel this frequency resonate within. This is the bioenergetic harmonic vibration of health and longevity. Feel this vibration begin to calibrate the balance and flow of your personal energy. Feel this frequency resonate throughout your entire body. This is the frequency of unconditional love. Feel the truth embedded in this sound. The truth that you are a miracle of creation. Allow this vibration to resonate within on an intercellular level. Feel your entire being resonate with this tone. Feel this vibration adjust and raise the very essence of who you are. You are an intricate miracle of life. Namaste. Okay. So those are all my tips, and what they have in common is that they are all frequency. And I'm open for questions. And if you want to dig deeper, I do personal and group sessions, and connect with me on Spiritual Communities Network with Gwen.